I'm up like 8 or 9 grand on the CFD accounts. And I've also been trading with another firm that I took a $2,500 payout there, and I'm close to taking another $2,500 payout there. So I'll do about 10 grand in my first month of actually trading with instant accounts.
Dude, you're pretty popular in South Africa. I know you don't realize, but you are. So like if you start trading futures, you'd think a lot of people would copy.
I want to go live with Top One Futures. That's my goal long term. I want to take the payouts and then hopefully take a second and third payout and go live. That's my goal. I'm still hiring coaches, and I think every single person that wants to elevate themselves is hiring someone to help them improve. You don't need to have these massive 4-to-1 risk reward ratios. You need to stack winners and then know what your comfortable loss limit is for the day. As soon as you have that in place, you're going to win long term.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Home team, but it's just me and Bruce today. So Bruce, we're talking weightlifting. We're talking Peter in the Black Shirt Club, his success. I think it's like this $500 to $1,000 extra for some people per month, I think is more important to talk about than I've been giving it credit to. So I want to talk to you about that. Talk about the instant funded stuff since you've moved over to the instant fundeds. But how's it going, buddy? What are you doing? How's the dad life? Catch everybody up. People like the home team, bro. So they want to hear the personal stuff. They want more vlogs.
Exactly. No, in a great place, both, mentally, spiritually, physically, all good, bro. All good my side. No, it's been obviously a different chapter of my life. I know, obviously good to have guys like you in my corner that have been through it, but it was tough in the beginning. I must say, it was, adapting and trading while being tired was tough, and I lost a bunch of accounts, but now honestly things are thriving, and I think that's the part of life, is that you can't always be riding high. There's peaks and valleys, and you have to learn how to navigate both of them. Otherwise, it would be boring if you're just winning the whole time. You have to also have a few challenges in order to build character and also to appreciate the good times as well. So that for me personally, I'm in a good spot right now, as I said, but I always know that you just got to be grateful, because not every single time is going to be like this. But loving working with obviously you and Ev and the guys in the Black Shirt Club as always. And we're seeing some good success with our members too,
Bro, look at the success. You and me go all the way back to when the Black Shirt Club started. It was only $500 a month. We weren't doing any one-on-one sessions. It was all group. Remember, this is what, 2020, I think we started, 2019?
I joined ASFX in 2019, end of 2019, and then we started the Black Shirt Club in October or so in 2021.
Oh, so I'm way off. Okay, so 2021.
Yeah.
And now,
but it's still been, this will be coming up on 4 years now, right? So that's
still good. 4 years is still good. But now, dude, seeing where the success was then versus now, some of the guys doing 40K payouts, 80K days, copy trading, the guys that we're trading with just continue to raise the bar. It's crazy. And you see now the impact that it has on some of the guys that are maybe more new and smaller, just starting out. So let's talk about this first as our first topic for today. Extra income, 500, 1,000, 1,500, $2,000 a month, not 10K, 20K per month payouts. Like I know you're cooking up a 10K payout right now. So let's talk about Peter. You were coaching Peter. Tell us a little bit about him and his story, where he's from. And I know you said he's going to be cool with us talking about him. I'm sure he's a chill guy with it. So give us the backstory to Peter, and then talk about last month, June, versus so far this month, July. And I'll pull it up on screen here. Hey traders, a quick break from the podcast to thank our sponsors. First, Top One Futures. They've been a sponsor of this show for a very long time. Most of you have already tried Top One Futures using my discount code. But now they've dropped these new accounts. They're called Pro accounts. They are instant funded accounts, so you don't have to waste time in a challenge. They have an intraday trailing drawdown instead of an end of day trailing drawdown, but they offer you the capacity to scale the business for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 payouts all in one go, depending on how many accounts you're copy trading. So head to top1futures.com. There's a link below. Use the code ASFX if you do buy anything. That'll add 5% extra on whatever their best discount is at the time. So use the code ASFX. Head to the website, read the FAQ, read the rules, make sure they're a good fit for you, but definitely consider checking out these pro accounts. So far, everyone's loving it, and I think you will too. Our second sponsor for today is TradeZella. You can now use the code ASFX to save 20% on any membership plan that they offer. That's going to be the number one place for you to start if you're looking to journal your trades and track your data correctly. It's way beyond just taking a picture of your trade and putting a couple of text bubbles on it. It's actually going to give you the data telling you where to make improvements, where you're doing well, and it's also going to tell you where your weak points are and where you need to hopefully cut some of the fat to make your trading more profitable. So if you haven't checked out TradeZella already, there's a link down in the description. Use the code ASFX and that'll save you 20%.
Yeah. So as I said, like Austin coaches about 5 traders, I coach about 5 traders, and then Ev coaches about 5 traders. So we're always working with a bunch of guys, and everyone's on different levels, right? We're going to have some guys come in, like I'm sure you've all heard about Nick Jocelyn. That's going to be, I mean, he's up like 400 grand this year. But I think personally for me, what I like coaching for guys is that actually makes it worth it is guys like this, like Peter, right? So Peter came into the Black Shirt Club, and he's from the West Coast, right? In all the way out in California side, near Vancouver, close to Seattle, Vancouver, Washington, right? So basically on the Pacific Standard Time, and I know from experience from working with guys on that side, dude, it's tough to wake up because opens at 6:30. It is very, very tough personally for the guys I've worked with. But the reason I like working with guys like Peter for me is simply because this is the reality of trading, that it actually can be a great extra source of income if you put the work in. So he came to me, and on my first call, I always say to the guys I work with, tell me your goals, because I need to know where they're at. We're going to have some guys that are going to come in and be like, dude, I want to make 20, 30 grand a month. We're going to have some guys that are going to come in and say, listen, I just want to make an extra $1,000 a month. And let me tell you this, is that there's no right or wrong answer. You got to find what is good for you. And Peter told me, dude, I just want to make an extra $500 a month. And I think from a perspective of, that is life-changing money for a lot of people. I mean, if you think of it like an extra 500 to $1,000 a month, that's an extra 12 grand a year. That for a lot of people, that can relieve a lot of extra pressure that they might be feeling. So he came in June when we started working, beginning of June. He lost $387. He's trading a top one evaluation at the moment, right? So top one evaluation at the moment. He said he wants to try an evaluation first before moving to a top one instant account.
Okay.
He lost $300, right? And I think the big thing that we were working on together was his maximum losing days. His losing days were quite outsized to his winning days. You can see there $200 to $110. So outsized losing days, and not pulling trades when he knows they're working against him, getting out of them. Maybe he breaks a VWAP against him and he just needs to get the hell out, but he tries to hold in. So that was our big work on for the month. And then setting the max loss limit on Project X. That's a great thing about Project X, and those loss limits, setting them tighter. And then come to July this month, the guys, he's on a great run. He's at one red day this month. But look at the red day now, $152 compared to that $200, $300 losing days. And he's green again, just stacking the green days. And I think this is something that, I learned from you, is that you don't need to have these massive 4-to-1 risk reward ratios. You need to stack winners and then know what your comfortable loss limit is for the day. As soon as you have that in place, you're going to win long term, because he's taking good trades, good VWAP bounce plays, VWAP break plays, and just stacking the green days, as you can see, with a high win rate. And he's up $400 this month. That's almost what his goal was, what he told me when he joined the Black Shirt Club. And that's only on one 25K account. So you stack a few accounts together and you're going to make a lot more than that. But I think this needs to be highlighted a bit more, is because I think, a lot of guys come in and they see very unrealistic gains on Twitter or on social media and stuff like that. Can you make that type of money trading? Yes. But I think what you don't understand is those guys have sometimes been trading for like 15 years before they start to see that,
Well said, bro. So Peter figured out how to make his losing days smaller, not necessarily how to do anything more, correct?
Correct. He didn't go and change his winners or try and add to winners. He literally just started to cut his losing trades quicker.
And then you're saying the plan is, your approach with coaching a guy like him is show him he can do this. And then if this guy can afford it, whoever it may be, Peter, whoever, then you would do copy trading. Then the idea is now go at it with scale. That's what you're saying.
Correct. Yes, because we don't. He said to me, James, like, listen, I just want to prove to myself that I can actually do this, and then I might go get one or two other accounts. And building a good base is more important than making money instantly, in my opinion, from the guys that I've worked with. Because if you don't have a solid base, if you can't make $500 a month, well, how the hell are you going to go make $50,000 a month? You're just going to lose more money because you're going to be purchasing more accounts and losing more money. So prove to yourself that you can do it on one account before maybe going and copy trading. And that's actually also what I've done with my own trading as well, with these instant accounts, because as I said, I lost a bunch of accounts when Beckham was first born, and I needed to prove to myself again, listen, just get myself in the game, and we start going from there. And I think for guys like Peter, I think that's what you should be doing. As I said, you can't expect to make $10,000 a month if you haven't even made $1,000.
Why? I mean, I guess you would then say, tell me if I'm wrong, but then you probably feel like prop firms are almost bad for new traders because they razzle dazzle you into this like copy trading, spend more money, when in reality, it's not necessarily going to lead to a lot of payouts if you're a trader who has never taken money out of the market at all, right?
Well, agreed. Because if you haven't taken a payout on one 50K account, how are you going to make it when you're copy trading 10 50K accounts? You're just going to lose 10 accounts.
Right.
Yeah.
There is so if that's a con in a way for the prop firm, then there's the pro of it too. The appeal of day trading now, I think, goes to a wider audience, right, bro? Like you have more people in South Africa now interested in futures than ever before.
Correct.
So
correct.
see the pay.
In fact, I
now they're
spoke
jumping
on that. Yeah, well, I even spoke on that at the conference that I went and spoke at.
What was that called?
It was the Financial Magnates conference in Cape Town. I actually spoke on futures trading in South Africa because obviously futures from this whole prop firm saga and everything like that has become more popular. And I'm quite stoked. Obviously, I've got my Hungarian passport, but a few of these, like top one are actually allowing South Africans to trade futures. So I'm actually been trading instant accounts with their sister company, if you want to call it, Top One CFDs, Top One Trader. And now I'm trading with Top One Futures, and it's been working really, really solidly for me. So, I mean, if you can trade futures. Also, it doesn't matter what you can do. It's about learning the skill of trading. And that's the main thing.
Deep dive that. So South African traders now can trade futures, and you're trading between Top One Trader, which is CFDs, and Top One Futures, which is the futures company. So you're doing both, and you're doing instant funded accounts on both.
Correct. Yes, I'm doing instant funded accounts on both. So I've actually recently purchased, because I needed to get used to the Top One Futures first and foremost. So I took an evaluation first, 50K account, and then I passed it. And then I was up about $600 before hitting the incorrect position sizing and blowing it on the funded account. So getting used to Project X, but now I started to trade a little bit more. I was practicing on this practice account, and I was confident enough to actually purchase 3 150K accounts. I'm going for those big $3,500 payouts across the 3 accounts. I'm copy trading these. It's the first day I actually copy trading them today. I made $192 across 3 accounts, and I'm going to be going for it. So South Africans can trade with Top One, and also we can go live with them as well, which is pretty cool. So
cool.
That's my goal with them too. Then Top One Trader, their sister company, I took a $1,600 payout from there. And then I've been trading some of these accounts. Again, you can see they're instant funded. I haven't been copy trading these. I've been trading them manually. You're not actually allowed to copy trading them on the CFDs. And as you can see, up 4%, almost 4%, and then 2 and a bit percent. But trading them for quite some time now. And then, as I said, I literally just started trading them now and took a $1,600 or $700 payout over there. You can see that.
Yeah. With the 150K accounts on the future side, the payout target, I think, is like $9,000. So you have to probably aim for more than $100 a day on these accounts. And you have the drawdown to deal with it, because there's no intraday trailing drawdown. So if you know how to trade, I think these instant funded accounts are the best way to pay out. The trailing drawdown way is a path, and it offers more scale, so bigger payouts for any firm. I think that's for across the board. But when it's like ease of getting the payout to amount of payout, I think these are still easier than the
Yeah.
intraday trailing drawdown?
I
What
think
do you think?
yeah, I looked at it from I'm going to have to go make 9K to get the payout, but I
Yep.
think I was like I have more drawdown.
Hmm.
So I have more drawdown the 4,500 on the 150Ks.
Hmm.
But I literally today I just traded 5 macros, bro, and I was just like let me just bet let me get my confidence up a bit on them, get a couple of like $200 days because at the moment right now I'm being doing well. I've got as I said I'm up like 8 or 9 grand on the CFD accounts. And I've also been trading with another firm that I took a $2,500 payout there, and I'm close to taking another $2,500 payout there. So I'll do about 10 grand in instant account funding accounts in my first month of actually trading with instant accounts, and I think that's pretty solid because I won't lie, I was a bit. I was saying to you before, I was a bit of a stubborn skunk. I was like, I'm going to do these challenges. And dude, I think that why I like the instant accounts personally for me is I actually trade it's like trading actually a real live brokerage account because the reason being because you can't actually go and swing and Hail Mary on them because you've got the consistency rules. So I think that's why for me, someone like that and you that can stack green days together, we're not going to go and make 5% in a day, but we can make our consistent couple $100 on a 50K, 100K account, and we can stack the green days together. It works well for the way I trade, and I know the way you trade as well. Obviously, you taught me. So I think I'm just going to continue scaling this now, buying more accounts and going for it.
What do you think the percentage is of the amount of accounts people go through per month? Like for me, I'm like 13K in the last 2 months. That's across 4 payouts. Those 4 payouts, I had more accounts each month than I had. So like the first month I started with 4 accounts, I lost 2 and still
Yep.
took payout on 2. Second month, last month, 4 accounts at the start of the month, 2 of them I roasted, and then 2 of them I got payouts on. What do you think the percentage
Yeah.
is of
I
accounts
would
that you
I
blow
would still
versus
say
you think it's 50%? You think it's
yeah. When
higher?
I would still say like 50%. Personally, for me on the top one account over there, I took the payout and I actually just took the full payout. So I technically roasted the account, but I spent $300 and I made 1,700. I'll take that any day of the week, bro. If I can do that over 10 accounts, 20 accounts, like 50 accounts, like Nick Jocelyn, you're going to make some good money. So, you know, yeah, I think that's irrelevant. As long as you look at your expenses, how much are you spending? Okay, this month personally for me, I spent $1,500. And I'm going to pull out 10 grand, I've got a winning strategy there in terms of the accounts. And all I've got to
It's
do
like a
is
whole
go get more
different
accounts.
thing, bro. Like again, back to where we started trading when we were all trading our own money and that was it. Like you got on
Yeah.
FTMO before me and I was late to the prop firm game by like 2 years because I didn't join till my Forex funds. That was the first prop thing that I
Yeah.
did. So I was super late when you think about it. But like go back to when we first started trading. Like you don't even have to trade the way that we traded back then when you traded your own money. When you trade with these prop
Yeah.
firms, you trade totally differently because you're managing this like account rule set that they give you, so different.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. And I mean, as I said, like, let me just bring up my screen here. This is one of my accounts that I'm close to taking a payout on. Let's just pull it up there again, Austin. So this is a 100K account. And just for guys trading the instant account, something that I've seen on this, right? I started trading this account 21 days ago. I'm up $4,000 on a 100K account, right? And look at these green days that I've just been stacking, dude. So let's go to the start. Okay, I had one negative day. I started off with the green, one negative day. And then I've just been stacking them together, right? One lost day, $1,000, but I made it back almost the next day. I think I've had 2 losing days, one of $6 and one of $1,000. But just stacking the green days together, and that's going to get you for a great money at the end of the month. If I'm able to take 60% of this, that's $2,400, $2,500,
Yep.
And just look at this. Look at what my risk to reward ratio is. It's 0.5. So my average losing trade is actually double the amount of my average winning trade, but my win rate is so high at 79% that I'm just continuing to stack.
Yep.
And I think that's with these instant accounts, again, like you don't have, I mean, if I was trading a challenge account, I'd be up 4%. I'd still have to go make 8% or another 4% to even pass phase 1. And then you still have to pass phase 2. These accounts, yes, you got to deal with the trailing drawdown and the consistency targets, but I think it's just a no-brainer for me personally. And I'm glad that I actually took it, your advice and started training them, because now it's been the best thing I've done from a prop firm perspective.
And now you're in the future space. So should we speak for a second anymore on the South African traders? Like how should South African traders be transitioning into futures? Because a lot of them are probably CFD traders first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you are trying, like as I said, do both. If you can trade both, do both, because if you're a profitable trader, more counts the better. But from a futures perspective, I had to get used to the contracts, right? Macros, minis. Obviously, I'm hanging around you guys every day, so that was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would do personally is come and get a evaluation account. You can even get like a 50K eval
Not an instant funded.
No, because it's a lot more expensive. I would just get an evaluation account with Top One. That's what I did. Get used to the sizing, mess around on it. They actually also do give you a practice account on Project X. Mess around with it. Get used to like the minis, macros on the practice account. It's not going to cost you anything. And then you can start trading the evaluation. And then from there, if you like it, go for it. Personally, what I've been doing, and I think it's been helping me a lot, I've been trading the CFDs on the DAX in the London session. And then I've been trading futures on the US markets, NASDAQ or S&P, mostly S&P, yes, in the New York session on futures. And then I've kind of locked in. And I must say that I think something that has actually been great for me personally from this instant accounts, I'm not trading all my accounts at once. And I think that was something that was putting me under too much pressure. In when I was trading with FTMO and all the other companies and stuff like that, I would have all my accounts on a trade copier. And then if I took a loss on one trade, it would knock me on all of the accounts. Personally, what I've been doing, I've been copy trading on some accounts, but I have been trading a lot of them actually manually and individually. So if I do have a losing day, I'm not like, oh crap, I'm down on all my accounts. Hey, I've still got a payout that I'm going to take on this next account in a couple of days. And that just keeps your momentum going too.
Yeah, because it keeps you in the game on some of the accounts still moving towards payout when some accounts may take a step back. It's just account management, which again goes back to my point of like how different this has to be looked at for people on the outside that are trying to make, like we said, $500 to $2,000 extra a month, right? Like nothing crazy. They haven't taken any money out yet. People that are on the outside that maybe even haven't taken a prop firm account yet, and tried it yet. Like it's so different than trading your own money, everybody. So don't come into this if you're new like that, thinking you're going to trade your own money. James and I are getting the payouts that we're getting because we figured out how to play this game. And that's what, hopefully we're trying to share here. Yeah. So hopefully the South African guys will come on board, bro. I'd love to see us help. You're pretty popular in South Africa. I know you don't realize, but you are. So like if you start trading futures, you'd think a lot of people would copy.
Dude, honestly, like as I said, I confirmed your Top One. You can go live even with them. So my goal is, that's why I actually bought the 150K accounts, because we can maybe also speak on this. It does give you the best opportunity to get that second and third payout. I want to go live with Top One futures. That's my goal long term. I want to take the payouts and then hopefully take a second and third payout and go live. That's my goal. That's the goal, right? To be able to say you're a live trader with Top One futures. I mean, it's not only like a feather in the cap, but it's also like, listen, you actually can trade. You can make the money from the sim environment, but then you can prove to them that you can trade it and go live. Like that's the point, right? And you have the everyday withdrawals. So like if you make $200 in a day or $250 a day, boom, there you go. You take your withdrawal. Like it's pretty neat. And the payouts, they are also obviously uncapped on their live environment, right? So I want to make money.
The extra pros of it, you're saying, are worth it rather than going back and, because like, isn't it possible for you as, I don't know, in South Africa, can you open a personal brokerage account and trade futures? Yeah, I'm sure.
You probably could. Yeah, it might be a little bit of a difficult one in terms of wiring money like across to it depends on the broker where they are situated. But as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if futures brokers started to come and compete against the CFD brokers in South Africa.
Yeah. So, and then wait, before we go on past that, your comment about the 150K account, leaving more money in the account after the first payout, not like with the other 50Ks, you take a payout, you have like $500 left of drawdown.
Correct.
That's what you're saying, because the payout cap on the 150K is 3,500, but you have to make 9,000 to take that payout. So even if you take that payout and you hit the consistency rule at that point, you still would have plenty of money in the account for
like 5,500 if you $5,500 off drawdown still left. Yeah. So
what size do you think you're going to try to get to? Sorry, finish your point, but then tell me what position size are you going to try to get to? Because I'm sure everybody wants to know.
Yeah. So in terms of position size, I mean, like as I said, if my max loss limit that I got on these 150Ks at the moment is $500, right? I don't want to, that gives me nine losing days in a row before I blow the $4,500 of trading drawdown. My goal is to get to that starting balance where it locks in, the drawdown locks in our starting balance, and then I'll probably start to push. The most I'll probably trade to is probably 1 mini or 10 macros. The reason being is because I've got 3 accounts. Well, I don't need to go and put extra stress on the
You're getting
on the
the
account.
leverage by having more
Yeah.
accounts. You don't have to get it in more size. I understand.
Yeah. So probably 10 macros, 1 mini across the 3 accounts. If I can do $300 to $500 across those 3 accounts with top one futures every single day, I'll be pretty happy. And then, as I said, I got the CFD accounts I'm trading nicely on the DAX. I got some other instant accounts that I'm trading as well with some other companies.
Why isn't
And
FTMO doing a futures company?
Yeah, it is a good question, dude. As I said, I personally, I'm actually, and also I have seen this. I'm liking the fills on Project X and just the features. To be honest, on
People
Project
complain
X
about it. I've never had issues with slippage, but people complain.
No, dude, I'm finding it pretty neat. I'm not personally, for me, I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm not Mr. Mr. Broker Man.
But dude, I don't think you and me are trading like that fast, like how some of these kids are trading and they're pushing the system hard. I don't trade like that.
Yeah, like I'm probably in and out of my trades, 5 to 15 minutes.
Dude,
I'm not trying to be in.
How do you even know it's slippage on the platform and not just like someone's shitty Wi-Fi connection? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, exactly. Yeah. So personally, for me, I don't know, but as I said, I've got no complaints right now. My payout that I took with Top One Trader, obviously the sister company of Top One Futures, I took it on the Sunday, dude, and I was actually pushing my luck. I was like, I was like, these skunks aren't awake. It's like 7 a.m. Eastern time, dude. Within 2 hours, hit my Rise account.
Really? And then on a Sunday, getting the payouts.
Dude, on a Sunday, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. 2 hours, and I was like, hey, kudos to them, dude. That was pretty fast. So I was like, I'm going to continue buying these instant accounts because they're working for me. As I said, I don't think I've ever I've been trading prop firms now, for a good, since 2021, since I've been trading with FTMO. I've put some good money from prop firms, but I've never seen growth so quick in terms of taking like a certain challenge or something like this, or trading with a certain company like Top One, the instant accounts, simply because the instant accounts favor the way that I trade, the style that I trade, and I know the style that you trade as well.
So now let's talk about the strategy a little bit. Transition with me. We touched on the $500 to $2,000 extra. We get that. We can circle back to that if it comes up. But let's talk about, you've mentioned it a couple of times, CFDs in London trading the DAX, and then New York session, US markets. Break it down for everybody. What does that look like?
Yeah. So as I said, like when I just bought one instant account when I started, I was actually going to Hungary on holiday. I was like, listen, while I'm in a holiday, let me just test out. I was like, let me test out these instant accounts that they're all talking about. Like I was like, shit, Austin's taking nice payouts from them. Evan's taking nice payouts. Nick Jocelyn's going to buy, the whole of South Africa. And I was like, well, how are these eggs doing this thing? So I was like, okay, let me stop being stubborn and actually take, their advice and let me buy an account. So I bought a 50K account. And I was just trading it. Like, dude, I'll just come to my desk in the morning in the London session, trading DAX, and I'll just, put a couple of $100 on the account. I was like, man, this is actually quite nice. And basically what my game plan, so I already was like, well and truly going to take a payout while I was trading Hungary. I already basically booked myself a payout by the, in the end of the month. So I was like, this is neat. It's working. So I was like, let me trade the CFDs on the DAX in the London session, and then I'll trade the futures accounts with Top One Futures in the New York session. The reason being, again, is like I wanted to split up the risk, because I was actually also looking at my stats, and I was like, the reason sometimes that I was getting knocked back so much is like if I took a loss on some of my accounts on a trade copy that I was doing with the CFD stuff, I would have all my accounts on at all one time, and including my personal account. And if I took a loss, man, it sometimes was pretty touching, because it's like, geez, you just took a loss on all of your accounts. And
I get that.
I was like, I actually want to eliminate that process of it. But I do need to, in terms of strategy as well, I do need to also give a shout out. So I actually 3 months ago, I think I might have mentioned this on stream or so, but I actually hired a performance coach full time. So I pay him every single month, and he comes to my house twice a month and sits in front of me. And I was telling him about, these instant accounts, and one of his strategies, he's obviously a sports performance coach, business performance coach. And he said, it's actually interesting. One of his things that he mentioned is actually innovation. Like you got to try some things. You have to test things out. And I was like, I got to test these instant accounts out, because if I haven't tested them, then I'm not actually, if you don't try, you'll never know. So I'm glad I did. And he, again, like finally pushed me over the line. He's like, you have to test things. Because I told him, this is what I'm doing now. This is what I would like to be doing by the end of the year. And then we kind of put together a plan, and that was one of the things. And his coaching has been helping me a lot as well. So
not a trading related coach. It's just a performance coach. What does he do? What's his background? Did he play sports?
He actually is he basically is a professional runner. So he runs and he actually went to study. He studied at Liberty University in Virginia. In Virginia. And then, so how I actually met him, it's quite a funny story. Actually, I need to mention it. So we met him at Bible study, right? Him and his wife came to Bible study. And anyway, we got chatting, and he was like, I'm a performance coach. I was like, oh, interesting. I might actually want to like speak to him. So we started to get to, together, have coffees and whatever. He's actually Italian, Austin. He actually is from Italy, by the way. And then he went to study in America, and then he met a South African lady. That's how. Anyway, so we're chatting, and I'm like, dude, so so where's Danny, his wife? Where's Danny's like mom and dad? And he's like, no, her mom's in Belito and her dad's in India. And I was like making a joke, dude. I'm like, oh, why is he a cricket player? Like, obviously India's known for cricket. And he was like, yes, but Italians are like, he was like, yes, but like with a straight face. And I was like, what? Are you being serious? He was like, yes. I'm like, what's his name? And he's like, John T. I was like, John T. Rhodes. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, you to be lying, bro. And he's like, no, let me show you. Here's the photo of the wedding. There's flipping John T. Rhodes. So basically, essentially, John T. Rhodes was like my childhood cricket hero. So it's essentially like a LeBron James of the NBA, but in cricket, but for South Africans.
That's so funny, wild, bro. That's wild.
Yeah.
How long have you been working with him?
Obviously, 3.5 months, three to 4 months at the moment. And as I said, like it's just helped me in terms of keep things in reality, but also working on, on weaknesses as well, and making sure that we focus on my strengths and continue to push the strengths, and understanding like this is a weakness of mine. How can I wrap my head around it? And it's helped me a lot, dude. Yeah.
Can you give us an example of that? Like anything specific you could share? A weakness?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe even how it would translate to trading.
Yeah. The first thing, obviously was one of the things that he mentioned. We did like a whole psychological test in the beginning of strengths.
Oh, I'm sure you did good on that.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of my strengths is I'm an activator. So like I like to get things done. So if someone says to me, hey James, like let's do this, I'm like, yeah, let's plan it right away. But I think so in terms of the weakness side of that, in the mornings, I was actually finding that before coming to the desk, and I'm not very like, let's do meditation and stuff like that. And I told him, dude, I'm not doing meditation and that before flipping trading. Like, I'm not doing that crap. So, but he's like, no, but you actually have to like get your mind in like a right mindset. So basically, I have a thing called a warm up every single day. Instead of, as I said, I'm an activator, I just would jump into the charts and start trading. And normally that's where I'd start to catch myself in bad positions, because I take a trade, sometimes like with like in my pajamas, not even thinking. And then obviously you haven't even like analyzed the charts fully. So from that perspective, we kind of do like a warm up, and it's just like a simple routine, thankful for the day. This is my goals, what I'm going to do today. This is what I need to do today. And then we hit the desk, and it's 5 minutes, even less, 3 minutes, dude. And that's one of the things that has helped me a lot. And he's been quite strict on me in terms of doing that. But then another one has been checking in with him every single day. It has helped me a lot, because he's like, just there for me and checking in. So that's helped me a lot as well.
No, yeah. They're both good. Well, I think that's interesting, because like most traders probably would think to hire a trading coach, which you did technically a long time ago with me. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just,
but I just to show, everyone that I think for me, so when someone says, why do I need to hire a trading coach, or why do I need to hire this and that, I'm still hiring coaches in my back. And I think every single person that wants to elevate themselves is hiring someone to help them improve. And I still have you. The reason I don't really hire trading coaches, because I have you and even the whole Black Shirt Club on my ass every single day. So, kind of I got that, but I think I wanted someone from like an outside force to basically say, like, have an objective point of view. Like, listen, dude, this is where we need to improve, and someone also that not from I wanted a holistic view, not just trading.
For sure. And the advice that he gave was really good. The stay curious,
Yeah,
try new things. Like, I think that that's great advice for trading, for entrepreneurship, for everything. Because otherwise, like, what is the opposite of that? Staying complacent, not doing anything, keep doing something that isn't working, even if it's not, benefiting you, it's we're not working, right? So you don't change. So I think that that's good advice.
yeah,
Sometimes people hire these coaches, bro, and they tell me what the coach tells them, and I'm like, God, I don't agree with that. Or like, I forget. There
yeah.
was a situation recently. Somebody was gonna, I think it was Tanner, I want to say, or somebody in the marketing circle of people that I'm talking to, the group chat, somebody was gonna
Sure.
hire somebody, and like, or they were gonna partner with somebody or something. And I was like, yeah, the outside perspective definitely helps, and getting the right coach
Yeah.
is what's most important. So I'm glad it's working for you, bro. Definitely glad it's working. Anything else
Yeah.
you want to share on that?
No.
On the coach?
Yeah, I think,
Don't
as I
share his
said, like,
contact, because now if you share his contact, he's gonna get too busy.
yeah, exactly. Then he won't answer my messages.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I think just from a perspective of like, and also, as I said, like something that he was like, what I liked about him, he was like, I was like, I want to take my business from X to, yeah, and he was like, give me your numbers, and like straightforward, like to the point. He was like, give me your numbers. What are you doing right now? What do you want to do? And he's like, I'm not here to be inquisitive or anything like that. If you hire me as a performance coach, I need to know what the hell you're doing now, and I need to know where you want to go. And I
Sure.
like that because it's
Yeah.
like, you can't, and we went through all of the, like, we even went through like, okay, how much did I spend on FTMO challenge and stuff like that? And he basically said to me, you can't carry on doing the same things over and over again and expect a different result. Let's flip and try these different accounts. I had to obviously explain to him because he didn't come from a trading background. But yeah, I think from a perspective of, just, as I said, just I wanting to be better and grow my trading business, and he's helped me do that.
I love that. Good for you, bro. I didn't know you
Yeah.
hired him. I think you told me about it, but I didn't know until right now. So that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we have to convince Evan to hire another coach too.
Yeah, not one of those chicks at his gym.
Yeah, not the personal trainers at the gym. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with Peter as the Black Shirt Club guy that we put in the spotlight at the beginning, you saw Tanner
Yeah.
on Twitter.
Oh, dude, so cool, bro. I mean, I was Tanner's coach when he first came in.
I know.
And then obviously you took over, and super cool. It just shows you that Tanner had some of the most bad, like, over trading and stuff like that. And now, dude, 100K in a year profits.
In payouts. That's serious.
Solid.
And you knew he had it because he had been successful in his previous business and he had moved money,
Correct.
big amounts of money before. So you knew he could be like one of those guys, like Nick. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, yeah, guys that come in, that's the guys that I'll enjoy personally working with, the guys that have actually proven success.
Yeah, because they try to make us better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else stands out in the Black Shirt Club so far this year? Think. I could pull some names off the manifest.
Yeah, there's been quite a few good. There has been actually quite a few good guys, I must say. Yeah, let's actually have a look at some of the guys from the manifest as well.
Nick's been with us for a while. Nick O'Connor. Shout out to Nick, Bookmap Wizard.
Yeah,
of the group. What do you think
Gino's coming along?
Yeah, yep. He's graduating soon. What do you think about Mark Ross still scalping his way around? Everybody, I think it's episode 169. I want to say.
Dude, I think I've seen him take one losing day in the last 10 years.
Oh my god, dude, he's amazing. So having him around is always great. Now, what you've seen Randy kind of grow and transform. Now Randy's part of ASFX TV doing his thing. That's
correct.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, and I was Randy's coach as well. Yeah, solid. I mean, Randy literally took his first payout within a year of trading. I mean, that's probably, to be honest, like, that's unheard of. He lost $4,000 in, actually not from his own money, from paying for these prop firm challenges last year. Mm-hmm. And this year he's already taken out, I think it was like $7 or $8 grand in payouts. I mean, that's in his first year and a bit trading. That's fantastic.
Dude,
you know,
super good. Now he's trying a new trade management strategy, which we got into it on stream the other day a little bit, because I was like, Christine asked me, Christine from the Black Shirt Club. She was like, why is Randy changing something that isn't broken? Like, he was taking payouts, he was moving towards, and he just got kind of excited about seeing something new. But, we talked about it pretty openly, and he was like, yeah, if it doesn't work, I'll go back to what I was working. You know what I mean? So he's doing what you're saying. He's trying something new. Curious. You got to try sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who
Yeah,
else?
if you don't try, you'll never know.
You
Yeah.
remember Tyler Wilson? He's got. I think.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think.
I heard, yeah, he's crushing it as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Brian Coons. I
Yeah.
think Brian's still doing well. So
Oh, yeah.
couple of
Fine.
couple
Yep.
of big traders that come to mind. You know, who else?
For sure.
How's you see Dwayne's on stream every day, bro.
Dwayne's on stream still chopping away, bro.
Bro,
He's
today
actually
he's trading like
again,
9 accounts. Yeah, he's crushing, bro. Crushing.
yeah, he's just copy trading 9 accounts and he's literally going for like 20, 30 point moves on the NASDAQ. That's what he's trading.
Crushing. Jan was in
Yeah.
what? Remember Jan? Jan from the London
Yeah, he
event?
took a
And
payout.
Jan took payouts from top one, a couple payouts, and he was in some testimonial video. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Who
It is
else?
actually cool to see, and it just shows me that just because you don't come into the Black Shirt Club and take payouts, then it builds for later on down the line, because it's about building that good foundation.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's honestly, like, that is the cool part about, you know, working with others, is actually seeing their growth. You know.
100%.
For me, I find that quite cool.
That's why we do it. What about Manny? Manny's speaking of growth. Manny's streaming, doing his thing now.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
He is 100%.
Yep.
And yeah, even guys that maybe, like, you know, guys like, I do want to shout out these two guys as well, or one of them is a girl. But we have to wait.
Here we go, misgendering people. How long did it take?
Someone that has been doing quite well is Rebecca. Rebecca's been crushing it. She took that $10,500 payout, and I mean, so when Rebecca joined the Black Shirt Club a year ago, you know, she wasn't too sure if she even wanted to. She didn't have the bigger support from family members and stuff like that. And now look at her, you know. So it's pretty cool to see her take that payout from top one, and then two traders that I will say, like, they on the break even stage, but I think they have the ability to do it. They just need to stay focused. But this is a motivation towards them, because trading can be tough. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. You're not going to make money every single month. You're not going to kill it every single month. And when you do, it's great, and you got to savor it. But I think two traders that I think could, you know, have the potential is Christine and Thomas. And if they stay on it and stay focused, they can.
They got the podcast now, Behind the Charts. Shout out to the Behind the Charts with Randy. Yep, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we've encouraged a lot of these people to now start doing their own content, you know, which is cool.
Correct.
You see people documenting their trades because they want to share it on social media. And as a byproduct of that, they become better traders. It's not that
they do. It's
like an interesting formula that, like, from the outside, we didn't think about it, but now you see it happening more and more often. And then you see them building a bigger and bigger brand. Some of them start making extra money. They start trading even better because now they're not living in a place of scarcity. And when you're not in scarcity, you're trading really well.
I agree, dude. I agree. You should never have trading as your only source of income. It's you look at the guys like Crudeli and Pax. They don't make trading their only source of income, you know? So
what did you see? Yeah. Did you see Crudeli's tweet about the blue collar trader? What was that talking about?
Yeah, I think he was talking about, like, the blue collar trader, trading money in their own personal brokerage account and building it up, that type of stuff.
Obviously it's kind of dying in a way. Is that what he was saying?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I mean, why would you put $5,000 in a personal brokerage account when you can get $5,000 worth of drawdown worth $600? You know, personally for me, I don't see the point of doing that. And I do see what he was saying about the blue collar trader, you know, and that type. But if you want to scale, I think prop firms and you're a profitable trader, I think prop firm instant accounts are the best thing to do for your trading personally. Yeah. But I did want to also speak to you about your side as well. Also, speak to me also. You recently moved and everything like that. How's that been going? Because I know moving can be quite quite stressful.
I had the last of the boxes were picked up today, so it's good. But yeah, since Top One launched, I'm up 13,000 something in payouts. So I have only bought 4 accounts each month until this month. Now I'm trading 5. I'm copy trading 5 50Ks. I also bought a 150K instant funded and I torched that in 4 days, just over trading. So torched that, but I have the 50Ks and I'm really trying to just focus on those. They're tricky with the pro accounts. They're the intraday trailing drawdown. So I'm still like playing with that and I don't want to torch all 5 of them. But if I run them to payout, it's like 11,000 something dollars. So then that'll take my total payout back up to like 25,000 since May. So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's neat, dude. Yeah.
It's my first time copy trading with 5 accounts. The most I've ever tried before was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know why.
I think
everybody makes fun of me and says I'm a bitch because they like people see I can trade and they're like, you should be copy trading. But I'm just, I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it also, as you said, it takes you have to try different things. Now that you are copy trade, don't just go copy trade 10, start with 3, and then you can look to copy trade more.
Yeah, I got the 5 right
Um,
now. I want to see what I can do with these. My thought is
yeah,
always like the instant funded accounts, like you've been talking about, are the easiest path to pay out. But
I agree.
you can't with Top One right now, and that's who I'm trading with right now. You can only trade 3 instant funded accounts like you're doing.
Yes.
I wanted a little more
Yeah.
kick on it. Now, I somewhat disagree with you about trading the 150s, but I think you're doing the right thing for you. For me,
Sure.
the 50Ks are the best because you have $2,000 of drawdown to make 3,000. You have 4,500 of drawdown to make 9,000. And like making a couple hundred a day, it's going to take you a while to make the 9,000.
Oh yeah.
That's my thought. It'll
For
take you
sure.
a month and a half or 2 months where like with the 50Ks, I took the
Correct.
payout in 3 or 4 weeks. You know what I mean? It's within a month.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I think in terms of like the 50K accounts, if you're looking for a payout ASAP, Rocky, you have to go for the 50K accounts. Like that,
But you're not going to have any drawdown, like you said. You're not going to go live. I've gotten 4 payouts from Top One, but I don't get called to live because I keep torching the accounts after I get the payout.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, because I'm trading so this is just a thought as well as for the guys listening, is that because I'm trading the CFDs and I'm taking money from those CFD accounts, like I'm taking, from those CFD accounts, I'll probably take about 7-8 grand from just Top One this month from payouts. I'm like, listen, I'm making money from Top One CFDs and from other instant accounts of CFDs as well. The futures account with Top One, I'm like, let me buy the bigger account with bigger drawdown. Yes, if I do like $200 to $300 a day on them, it's probably going to take me 2 trading months to get the $10,500 payout.
Sure.
But that was my goal with those accounts. I wasn't like, let me go make bucks as soon as possible.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's working.
Yeah.
In the next, whatever happens, maybe the next time you try some 50Ks because nobody is keeping accounts forever. Nobody that's taking, everybody don't believe in any bullshit you see on social media about people taking payouts and keeping accounts. If that was the case, everybody would be live with all these prop firms, and that's not how it is. So most people are taking payouts and losing. Even Tanner said that in his post. He was like, I was first working on just taking 1 payout. Now I'm working on keeping an account for 4 or 5 payouts. He said something like that, So
correct. Yep. And as I said, like that's my goal with them. The CFDs, I'll carry on, buying the 100K accounts, reach payout, burn the account by taking the full payout amount. With these 150Ks, I was like, hey, let me just try go for the bigger payout.
If you get called up to live too.
Yeah, dude. So as I said, I'm trying things. My Giovanni is telling me try things.
Oh, he's real Italian. His name is Giovanni. Got it. All right.
Yeah, Giovanni. Yeah, yeah. So I've got to listen to my 2 Italian mates, Austin Silva and Joe.
Tell him my last name. He's gonna be like, the fucking Jew. He's not Italian. Yeah, no, but bro, the Blackshirt Club's been doing well. ASFX TV's been growing, which is cool. You know what I mean? It's good to see everybody showing up to stream on time every morning. We see the same regulars, Caesar in the chat, Shaw's in there. People are loving Zach. Zach's working on a course, everybody. If you're listening this far through, you probably care. Zach is working on a course, so that is coming. I've got 4 chapters of it from him so far. So we're cooking on that. What else can I talk about? The event in LA. James is not coming, but I'll be there in LA with Tom Hugard, which is pretty epic, right, Bruce? For a college dropout, I'm doing all right. So I'm gonna bring a video guy. I booked this sick Airbnb, bro. I'll show it to you. I'm staying with Randy and Thomas and Christine and Lawrence. We're all hanging out. So I'm gonna bring a video guy. We're gonna do that in October. So if you can be in LA in October, everybody, friendlybearuniversity.com/events, and there's an ASFX discount code. The code is ASFX. Come hang out with us. We're going to do a dinner. Bruce, it sucks you're not going to be there. But that's the only thing I got going on upcoming.
By the way, and I think the thing's going to get really, really cool in the next, year or so, is that I've got obviously the passport.
Things are going to get cool. He's taking over the fucking world.
Yeah. I can be able to come to the States. So we'll be doing an in-person seminar next year with me in the States.
When that happens, dude, we're shutting it down, bro. They're going to be in the streets waving South African flags outside the hotel, bro. Yeah. What city do you want to do it, bro? Do you want to do it in New York? Where do you want to do it? Since you're the guest,
I don't want to do it in a liberal city, bro. We can't do that.
See, that's why you're my brother, bro. I think we do it in Dallas, bro. Dallas is the shit.
I mean,
never a bad time.
I saw that event that you did in Dallas. That was flipping sick. I mean, another place that I would maybe like to do it in is Is Florida, bro.
We
I
could do
do like
Florida
that.
anytime.
Yeah, I do like. I want to play some golf in Florida, bro. You know.
We'll go, well, I think that just means we're going to Fort Lauderdale because Evan is now our home base in Florida. I am not right now until I get
Yeah,
my next
yeah,
place. So yes, we'll go
yeah. But
Fort Lauderdale.
you know, it's either that
I'll
or
get you
gonna
into Trump's
Bobby
course.
Bobby Swagger. Look, Bobby
We'll shoot
Swagger
some
at the
guns,
back of the
bro.
ranch.
Oh, dude, we'll shoot some guns, bro, for sure. Out,
Yeah,
dude, even where I lived back in Florida, bro, there were ranges out there. They didn't care what guns you brought, what you shot at. Didn't care. You could shoot at watermelons, trash, shoot at anything, bro. Yep. So we'll have some
that's
fun.
wild.
Yeah, yeah, but
No,
bro,
dude, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be
that'll be
super
epic. So
cool,
we
dude.
should plan that, right? So like, because you'll be able to travel
Well, this is
2026.
just to yeah. This is not a if or maybe this is it's happening. I'm getting my passport. Once I get the passport, we booking the flights.
So what you'll probably be able to travel. You said like February, so we probably could plan.
February,
Maybe we do
yeah,
some.
probably could plan
Because if
something
you want to do
March.
it in Florida, it would be like March, April. It's not too hot yet. By May, it's starting to get hot.
Okay,
March or April is a
yeah.
good time to be in Florida. So we could plan an event.
That's when we
We could do
can
it.
do it because I'll have my passport by December. Call it December, 6 months, December, and then basically once I got the passport, I can travel. To the States.
I think we
So
do it in like either Fort Lauderdale or Orlando. Keep it easy, because
yeah,
everybody can get there. We'll find a nice
yeah. I
hotel.
want to go to Disneyland.
Dude, we could. We'll take Leo and Beckham. That'd be so funny.
Yeah,
Leo still hasn't been, so if we
yeah.
go, Riley would want to do that. But we could,
Oh yeah.
dude, we'll stay at a nice hotel, play golf, do the event. We'll have some fun. But then, where do you want to go? You want to go
No.
to? You want to see Times Square, right? So you're going to go to New York. What else are you
I
going to
would
do?
like to. I would like to see Times Square and that type of and maybe like the bull outside the New York Stock Exchange. I got to be a traveler. I got to be a.
I
traveler.
know it's far for you. Like you would be the first person in your family to make it that far, probably.
Yeah, I know. Gee.
Oh, we all went to college, but Bruce went to the Bulls balls in New York City. Here's the picture.
The bull balls. I took a photo. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. I mean, probably would on my first trip would like to do Florida and then maybe go up to New York and check that out there for sure. I mean. Since I was small, I've always been infatuated with America. I mean, it's so big. Obviously, I watch American sports and that type of stuff. Later on down the line, I would like to go visit, my team stadium, the US Bank of America Stadium in Minneapolis. That's the Vikings. I would like
dude,
to go
you don't
check
need
there.
to. Listen,
Land of a
we
thousand,
could definitely,
10,000 lakes.
we definitely should go to a sporting event while you're here, at least one.
Dude, oh no, we are
100%.
definitely doing that. I'm not coming to America and not watching either an NFL game. Obviously, if I'm watching in February, NFL is done, but I have to watch an NBA game then at least.
At least NBA, NHL, we'll do the whole thing, bro. It's easy.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's for anyone that knows me, they know I love my sports, bro. So I have to.
And then last thing, streaming has been going well. Any thoughts on your streams personally? What are you trying to maybe focus on getting better on stream? Are you trying to take more trades on stream, teach more on stream? What are you doing? Because you're saying you're always getting the coaching and you're always trying to improve. What are you doing for streaming?
I think in terms of the streaming, probably probably giving some. I remember when our streams, I used to stream in London session. I used to stream, but I also used to give some quite nice advice or go through my trading or go through trades I've taken, because obviously sometimes it's not always going to be trades on stream. That's just the reality.
You got to find the
balance. And I'm not going to take a trade just simply because I'm on stream. That's
I will.
Something that yeah, it would be you're a DJ. But so I think in terms of that is being myself as always on stream. I think that's always going to be my thing. But yeah, giving advice on getting people to take money out of the markets on stream. That's my goal from streaming is guys are going to come on stream, learn a thing or two, and actually take something away and actually be able to be like, shit, I actually watched James for a whole month of streaming. I focused on what he said, and I was able to make some money out of it.
I love that, bro. And that's why we love having you. Yeah. So what's the schedule now for you? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then sometimes on Friday you show up?
Yeah, sometimes on Friday or Monday.
That's the kind of ship I'm running here, everybody. Don't judge me as a business owner. I'm not a good boss like that. I let them come and go as they please. We don't run a slave ship here. James comes in sometimes out of nowhere with the sunglasses. I'm like, what day of the week is it? Why is he here?
Yeah, on a Monday, I'll rock up and I'll be like, I just felt like joining. But hey,
It's cool, bro. That's why we do it.
Yeah, exactly. So no, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I'm on from 10 to call it 11 o'clock, quarter past 11. And then sometimes I'll show up on a Monday or Friday too.
So come hang out, everybody. I'll put a link in the description to the video. Come hang out, come trade with us, come stream with us. But Bruce, thank you, buddy. This is a good podcast. Good catching up, dude. Really excited to hear about how the coaching goes. I'm sure everybody will want to know. You should talk about that more, bro. Like you should be making content about that.
Yeah.
I should have known that already. It's crazy. I didn't know that really. So I'm glad to hear it's going well.
No.
And then we'll have to say, I guess, for the payouts that you're working on this month, everybody come to stream, show up on ASFX TV, and you'll see if James pushes it over the line again this month for some more payouts.
Oh yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, sir.
All right, see you, everybody. See you in the next one. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks, guys.